10. Again, apologies.
Now this one's hard. This one's hard. This is a really hard one.
I've been practicing this one all weekend, but we have four-time Grammy Award singer and biggest movie star of our time, Will Smith. So, I'm going to ask you a few questions and we're going to open it up to the floor. I know you've been on a huge promotional tour, and we will try and ask you at least a few authentic questions that you haven't been asked before.
Okay,
so
yeah.
We'll try our best. We'll try our best. So this is what we're saying is one of the biggest movies of all time. You're in Dubai to open the biggest screen at one of our other locations tonight at Zira. And you said that this is probably one of the biggest parts you've ever played. So my original question is, what attracted you to the role of Deadshot?
You know what's really, as we all know, these comic book movies are taking the world by storm now. There's something about these worlds that the global audience is truly reacting to in a magnificent way. We've been doing premieres around the world, and people are coming dressed up as the characters and all of that, you know. So I've always been a fan of these kinds of worlds and the way that they bring people together. So when I was approached with the idea of being in a film that was in the world of Batman and Superman and the Justice League, I knew, I said, I'm in. And when I found out the director, David Ayer, you're really sneaking in ideas about life and ideas about humanity, and that's really what the comic books did originally. So you take this spectacular world, yet kids are able to see and hear and feel the subtextual concepts of the film. So for example, with the Suicide Squad, there's the question under the movie. David Ayer said it's not a movie about good versus evil. This is a movie about bad versus evil. So the question of what makes somebody good, bad, or evil is posed in this film. And what we came to is the idea of someone being bad. So the question is, can you have done so many bad things in your life that you become unredeemable? When is the point when you go from being bad to evil? And what we decided on was the idea that love was the one superpower that would tether a person back to their humanity. And all of these characters are struggling with love in their life, with his Harley or the Joker, or it's my character Deadshot with his daughter, or Rick Flag with June Moon. So to be able to talk about how love keeps someone from being evil was really great, to lay it under all of the noise and gourmet popcorn of a Batman world.
You mentioned there in interviews that there was great chemistry amongst the cast, and it's obvious on screen when you watch the movie that you guys all got on really well. And I saw in an interview that you said there was a lot of fun on set during shooting the movie. We all have to go back to our office after this and work with people. What advice would you give people to create a more fun working environment?
Well, my experience is, my work environments begin with me. So I have to show up at work with the right attitude and with the positive energy. And I actually had a t-shirt made that said positive energy is a part of your job description, right? So the idea that I want to show up with the right energy, I want to show up, we're all here. Even now we're all here, we're trying to feed our families, we're trying to have a good time, we're trying, this is an important part of our lives. Our time is all that we have. So to me, it's hugely important to deliver positive energy in a way, because it's viral. So if I come with positive energy, then someone else is going to pick up on the positive energy, and you're going to take it home to your families. And so for me, it's just hugely important to approach everything and everybody at every turn with the most positive, loving kindness that I can generate.
Yeah, and it's obvious that rubbed off with the cast all getting on together, and your promotional tours seem like it's just fun from start to finish.
Yeah, no, it's a really great group of people. And everybody's in their 20s, and that was I'm in my 40s, so just in general, 40-year-old people shouldn't hang with 20-year-old people, just as a basic rule. Yeah, but no, they are a spectacular group, and we kind of became more like a family. David Ayer's process. Rehearsal, he calls it rehearsal, but it's much more like therapy. And we all sat around for months and months talking about all of our deepest, darkest secrets and trials and tribulations. And we know things about one another from the emotional boot camp that we went through. We know things about one another that you normally wouldn't know in a work environment, and it became really powerful for the bonding and the eventual friendships that grew out of it.
Right. It's widely reported that Jared Leto didn't give up the character of the Joker once the filming was over, and this weekend your wife Jada is in a movie called Bad Moms, which is playing in Vox Cinemas.
Woo!
Small plug for that. And obviously you played an assassin in this role, so talk to me about a day where she comes home and she's been playing a bad mom all day, and you've come home and you've been playing the assassin. How does it work in the family dynamics that evening over the kitchen table with the kids?
Yeah, it is really strange when we take jobs, because so much of the work environment comes back into the house, So it's really strangely normal. For us it seems, no, I guess it would seem strange for other people, but just what the conversations are and what we talk about, and more than anything, we talk about the things that we're learning from our characters, right? That tends to be what the conversations are about, the revelations. Anytime you play a character, you have to learn so many different things. That's part of the fun of being an actor, is all the things you have to learn to play your roles, So I had to learn military formations, and I had to study serial killers and all of that. So you get all of this new knowledge, and it's always fun. My family, the one movie though that I was going to do that because of it, my family voted no, is I was going to make Django, and I had the screenplay, and the whole family looks at it, and Willow looked at about 20 pages, and she said, I said, babe, what's wrong? She said, you're just going to be crazy for too long. So it was your mind goes so far into these characters that sometimes you have to be really careful what you bring into your house.
Wonderful.
Their own story. So it is the responsibility not of the establishment, it is the responsibility of the holders of the truth to be able to learn how to deliver it artistically in a way that is globally viable. Because at the end of the day, the powers that be in any circumstance want to have a better life, just like everybody wants to have a better life, so they want to create the things that sell. So we have to be able to present ourselves and present the ideas in a way that will allow the powers that be to create the financial upside that is what drives a lot of the decisions. And that's another thing about why it's great for me being in Dubai. And what's interesting is that the financial bottom line is only part of the bottom line. Like, there's an idea about the quality that has to be delivered that opens up more to be able to try something that may or may not be straight down the middle.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for being here, folks. Well, a couple of questions for you. So the reviews sort of came in an onslaught when the film first came out.
Yeah, I don't respond to reviews. No,
I mean, just a couple of questions about that. Do you sort of read reviews? Do you skim the headlines? How do you interact with reviews? You've said that it's a movie for the fans, so now that it's been out for about a week or a few days, what have the fans' reactions been? And second question is a simple one. Can we expect a sequel, a Suicide Squad 2, and will you be in it? Thank you.
Thank you. I guess, so how the fans respond, so, the Suicide Squad is breaking global box office records everywhere. So it's already been my biggest opening weekend, and it's on course to be the biggest film of my career.
Woo!
So I'm excited about that. In terms of critics, I generally, at this point in my career, I'm really, my mind is beyond critics or even box office success. I feel like as an artist, I can't allow myself to be consumed by that because it affects my decisions too much. And 10 years ago, I was really consumed by being number one. I needed the movie to be number one. And what happens is if you need the movie to be number one, or if you're trying to have a box office success, or you're trying to win awards, it taints your artistic delivery. There's only, if it has to be number one, then there's only a certain, bandwidth. There's only a certain type of movie you can make if you want it to be guaranteed to be number one. So I want to give myself more freedom as an artist to just create the things that work for me. And as a friend of mine said to me that I'm using for myself, that I feel like at this point in my career, I've earned the right to fail, right? So I'm going to take shots, and I'm not going to hit them all because I'm going to be trying really wild, aggressive, creative things. So, some of them will be critically acclaimed, some of them will make money, and some of them will be Wild Wild West.
Hi everyone, Ruan Amri with Arabia English. Will, this is for you. You said that everyone has a bad and a good side in them. And in the character you played, are there any specific characteristics that you related to? And secondly, you're a family man and you've done a lot of work with your son. Do you see yourself doing a movie, another DC movie with your son as well? And what kind of characters' roles would you be taking?
And so there's a piece of that question. Yes, if the studio decides they want to make another one, I absolutely would be involved with another Suicide Squad. This cast is absolutely insane, and it's the wildest, most raucous bunch of actors I've ever worked with in my life. So I would have to hurry up and work with them again before I'm too old to hang with them. In terms of, I'm sorry, I got the back half of your question. I'm not good at that. I have to say, I usually have to write it down. But yes, I would work with my kids again in this kind of movie or any kind. It's our family business, and as strange as it seems, entertainment really is as just like if we owned a bakery or any. I can't think of another a tree cutting company or whatever. So it's like our family business. So I would definitely love to work with them again. I'm sorry.